there! Hope everyone is doing well today. We're going to do something a little different today. Normally I pull one card from the Wandering Star or the Starcodes Astral deck because they come with guidebooks. However, I have a small collection of different tarot and divination decks that I have not opened yet, that I've been waiting to open on camera for when I finally started posting videos on DJAriel.7. So these other decks, they don't have booklets with them, but they are the traditional 78 card tarot deck. So with those specific tarot, the difference between tarot and divination is tarot is specifically 78 cards, and it follows a very particular major and minor arcana scale, where divination is kind of a general term for talking with the divine. That can be through cards, that can be through charms, through prayers, through throwing rocks. Divination is your personal way to communicate with the divine. I like the tarot decks because of an old friend that got me into them, but I don't like that they're so set in stone all the time, so I prefer to call it divination. However, like I said, tarot is 78 cards normally, so this deck I have not opened yet. This is a Labyrinth deck. It's made by Insight Editions. I don't know if you can see that with the wrapping on there. I love David Bowie in the 80s in Labyrinth, so I got this deck, and so this one is traditional 78 cards. So this book I have is the Thoth deck, which is a traditional 78 cards. So what I was planning on doing is opening this and picking a card from here, and whichever card I pull from this Labyrinth deck I'll be reading in the Thoth book, if that makes sense. So let's do some opening. This is my first time doing an opening of cards on my channel, so I'm hoping that this video is going to be awesome, but bear with me for being kind of a new content creator. Got this. So we'll pull it all out and we'll kind of shuffle a little bit. Due to copyright, I can't show all the cards as far as high resolution copying and all that, but I can do tarot readings for free on YouTube, as I have been. Right, looks like they're all coming out. They're really nice cards. Let's see. Looks like, oh wow, these are really cool. Yeah, these are awesome. All right. Looks like some of them are their own personal take night of junk. I'm not sure, page of junk, what junk's supposed to be. It might be pentacles. And here's the Magician. Yeah, these are interesting. So let's shuffle these. Let's see what happens. Looks like some of them don't have... Oh, I see. So of feathers. So it looks like this one is Knight of Feathers. So there's some cards that don't have words on them, but they do have numbers. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up actually for what the pulls are, because normally the tarot has wands, cups, swords, and pentacles or coins, and these little special decks will have their own nicknames for that 4 different categories. So actually, you know what? I'm going to stop this video, look them up real quick, and I'll get back on. All right, I'm back. I had to look at ChatGPT to see what this deck was. So normally there's wands. This one is poles for this Labyrinth deck. Cups in this deck is pots. Swords in this deck is feathers. And pentacles or coins in this deck is called junk. So we will try to find a card that we can read from the Thoth deck. So we'll do some shuffling. Let's see. I mean, these cards are very interesting. They're definitely unique to the Labyrinth movie, and sticking with the traditional 78 tarot cards. which I'm still learning. I'm still a beginner. I just am videotaping my lessons in progress. So I'll keep doing some shuffling. That's the back. Right. This card looks like some poles, and the Roman numeral on there is 8. So this one is 8 of poles, and poles are wands. So we'll find the 8 of wands. We'll go in this Thoth tarot deck. Let's see, the 8 of wands. 8 of wands, page 111. Okay. Eight of wands, swiftness. Keywords: Mercury and Sagittarius. Clear, direct. Swift communication, overcoming misunderstanding. Swiftness is the card for overcoming the hindrances which stand in our way, as shown on the 5 of wands. The blockage, represented by the square, transforms itself now into a large polished crystal shimmering with the colors of the rainbow. If you state your own standpoint openly, directly, and clearly, these hindrances can be transformed. Misunderstandings yield to clarity. You have found your inner center and can present your position with emphasis and openness, red dynamic arrows radiating from center. A problem which appeared insurmountable until now fades meaninglessly into the background because of your clarity. If you overcome the tendency to hesitate and are prepared to call disturbing influences by name, you rob them of their power to restrict and hinder you. The rainbow, a symbol of wholeness, indicates that a process is coming to an end. You look back, realizing that the difficulties of the past have helped to bring the learning process to completion. Indications: the moment has come for you to define where you stand. If you are open and remain centered, misunderstandings will be cleared. Question: is there anyone to whom you do not dare to openly state where you stand? Suggestion: use this opportunity to open yourself up more to those people who mean something to you. Talk to them or write letters. Affirmations: my openness and self-confidence opens the hearts of those I love. All right, so I hope that made sense. This Labyrinth deck is the traditional 78 cards, and this Thoth deck book that I have is about the traditional 78 cards. So like I said before, I have booklets for these 2 decks, but most of my decks don't have booklets, so we'll be reading those in this Thoth tarot book. Thanks for your time. Sorry it's such a weird video. First time doing unboxing for cards, so I appreciate you guys. You don't have to like and you don't have to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your viewership. Have an awesome day.